78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc Lions Den boxing community. For those who don't know, now you know. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, go ahead and share this joint. So finally, we got somebody with some cojones in the building. Finally, Ryan Gacia steps up to the plate. Ryan Gacia says that he's looking for all the Devin Haney smoke. You know what I mean? Now let's talk about that. Ryan Gacia put out a series of tweets, but he says, "I advise my team to contact Team Haney to discuss and make the fight happen between Devin and I. Hashtag Gacia Haney." Devin replied to that by saying, "These are facts," confirming that talks are underway. All right. Now, this is great news. Devin Haney has arrived, despite all the hatred and all this stuff. But like I told you, man, you got to monetize your haters. You know what I'm saying? Devin has done an excellent job of monetizing his haters. So has Bill. This fight between Devin Haney and Regis, they want you to believe it only did 50,000 pay-per-views, even though DAZN hasn't released any numbers yet. They want you to believe it's 50,000 pay-per-views, but this is the most talked about guy in boxing currently, period, bar none. All right? You can't go to YouTube or Twitter or Instagram without hearing something new about Devin Haney, whether it's true or it's a lie. He is the most talked about fighter in the streets right now. And so we know this fight did way more than 50,000 pay-per-views, but we also understand why the propaganda machine needs you to believe it didn't sell well. Okay, but as you can see, Ryan Gacia, who's with DAZN, they know better. See, they know better. So they're looking to make a fight with Devin Haney now, right? And it's going to be a blockbuster event. It's going to sell for sure. Devin had just coming off of selling out his hometown, even though people were saying Devin couldn't sell out his hometown, couldn't sell out a family reunion, all this type of stuff, little jokes they had. And he goes home to the Chase Center. First time boxing's been there, sells it out, and then people salty, making excuses. Oh, it wasn't packed. No, it wasn't sold out. It couldn't have been. Just disgusting. But this is the dilemma we have with Ryan. With Ryan, he wants to fight, right? Ryan wants to fight Devin Haney, right? Just like Ryan wants to fight Tank Davis. However, Golden Boy, Ryan's promoters, don't necessarily want Ryan Gacia versus Devin Haney next. They want Ryan Gacia versus Rolly Marrero next. They want Ryan to pick up a belt and then have a unification match with Devin Haney at 140. That's what they want. But there's been some back and forth. There's been some friction between Ryan and his team, his promoters, with Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins. So will they give Ryan what he wants, or will they overprice themselves or outbid? Play games, in order to stall the fight out. So we gotta see what happens in these negotiations. Hopefully, they can work something out, and we can put together this mega fight. Another blockbuster event for young Devin Haney. And shout out to Ryan Gacia, because this is what you do when you want to fight somebody. See, when you want to fight somebody, you get right to it. You ain't got to play no games. We ain't got to argue about numbers. We ain't got to argue about who could be on PEDs and all this type of weird stuff. You ain't got to do none of that. You got to say, okay, let's get to it. Let's get to it. You know what I mean? So shout out to Ryan for getting right down to the business and trying to make this fight happen. So we also have what's the guy named Sandor Martin, who is Regis's mandatory. Devin beat Regis, so Sandor Martin is lurking around there, but ain't nobody worried about him. He's not getting in the way of Devin Haney versus Ryan Gacia. Suleiman not gonna do that. Regardless of what Suleiman is saying, he's not gonna tell Devin Haney and Ryan Gacia, hey, y'all can't fight in this mega fight because Sandor Martin, it's not gonna happen. They'll come up with some loophole, something, you know what I mean? Give Sandor Martin some step aside money and give him a couple dollars, give him a couple of tickets to go see the Color Purple coming out in a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? He'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? He'll be all right. But don't nobody want to see Devin Haney versus Sandor Martin because Sandor Martin is going to ruin all the momentum Devin has built. Sandor Martin is a boring fighter. Nobody wants to see him, and his job is to stink you out. That's what he's going to do. He's not going in there to try to stop you. He's going in there to stink it out. He wants to stink up the joint. He wants to ruin your reputation. He wants to ruin your shine, dim your light. That's all Sandor Martin does. He's going to play keep away all fight. Jab, jab, keep away. Jab, jab, keep away. Dance, 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 jab, jab, keep away. And before you know it, everybody going to be blaming Devin for having a boring fight. So anybody got time for Sandor Martin, okay? Absolutely not. So we're not worried about him. But the Ryan versus Devin Haney fight is a great fight because these are two guys that are very familiar with each other. As you can see from this picture here, this is a few years ago, but Ryan and Devin have had history from the amateurs. They fought I think 6 times or something in the amateurs. You know what I mean? So they came up together. They know they're very familiar with each other. They know each other's style. Devin has gotten much better since the days of his amateurs. Ryan has gotten stronger, but I wouldn't say better. He's gotten stronger, but I wouldn't say better at all. He's still using the same techniques. He's a left hook happy, fast guy and stuff like that, but doesn't move his head. So he's gonna be lined up for Devin Haney's jab and right hand all night. You know what I'm saying? And Devin Haney's going to piece him up and outbox Ryan Garcia. And if Ryan gets too aggressive, he could walk into something and get dropped. You know what I'm saying? We saw what happened with Regis. So that definitely can happen to Ryan as well. And the way Ryan, he's so aggressive, he swings for the fences. He can, Ryan getting caught in between those punches is more devastating. He can get knocked out. You know what I mean? He could actually get knocked out. You know what I mean? But if the fight does happen, then, we'll talk more about it. But I think Devin Haney outboxes Ryan Garcia. I would say, you might give Ryan maybe 1 or 2 rounds, maybe, based off his activity. He might have a few active rounds or something like that, kind of like what Lomachenko did when he threw a lot of punches and got everybody all excited, like, oh my God, And this is another myth that people have. Devin gets hit too much. He gets hit too much. Devin is one of the greatest defensive fighters in boxing history, okay? So when people say he get hit too much, it's really disgusting, and it tells me that you've been listening to a narrative created by Timothy Bradley and these guys, all right? You're talking about the Lomachenko fight in which Devin Haney stepped to Lomachenko and was in Lomachenko's face. He wasn't boxing Lomachenko like he did Regis. Devin didn't respect Lomachenko's power. So he stepped to Loma, and he dug body shots all day, right? I told you guys that's why he got hit in the Loma fight a couple rounds. I also told you dudes he's not going to fight no heavy-handed guy like Regis like that, right? He wouldn't fight Gervonta Davis like that either, right? Devin Haney's a highly intelligent boxer. He knows exactly what he's doing. He sticks to the game plan. If you can't get him off of that game plan, he's going to beat you. He's going to beat you and beat you easily, right? And that's the weakness. One of the weaknesses that Ryan Garcia has is Ryan is not disciplined as Devin. He's just not. He's not as disciplined. He's talented, but he's not disciplined. And he gets bored, like he said with Tank. Here you are in the second round against Tank Davis, and you get dropped because you're bored. This man literally said, well, the fight was just going, slow, and I got bored, so I just turned up on him, and, I just wanted to, turn up on him, and then he caught me. Like, you're a professional fighter. What do you mean you got bored? In the second round? See, those type of mental lapses, that type of mental weakness is going to get him beat versus Devin Haney. But I respect Ryan for stepping up to the plate because ain't nobody else stepped up. The rest of these dudes, they walking around talking a good game, but they don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, Dev, just go ahead, get this fight with Ryan. Might as well have a couple fights with Ryan. If the money there, have a couple fights with Ryan. You know what I mean? Unify. Maybe by that time Teofimo wants some smoke. Maybe, see if he still got the belts. But somebody got to get that belt up off of Rolly, because the PBC is going to hold on to that belt for their life, and they're not going to let Rolly fight nobody to anybody else to take that belt from him. So I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah, they hiding Rolly. Like they're not going to let him fight no. We never know though. They might let him fight Ryan. They might. If they think Rolly got enough pop to knock out Ryan, they might let him fight Ryan. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think of this. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty ldbc. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. And we up out of here. Deuces.